10 major signs someone is completely evil. Within the intricate fabric of human behavior, deciphering the subtle indicators of genuine malevolence proves to be a challenging endeavor. Caution is paramount, urging us to refrain from hastily drawing conclusions, yet there exist unmistakable warning signs that unveil a person's possession of a dark and malicious nature. The comprehension of these signs serves as a powerful tool, endowing individuals with the ability to traverse the intricate landscapes of social interaction with heightened discernment. Presented below are 10 pivotal signs that might suggest an individual is wholly entrenched in an evil disposition. In this intricate dance of human interaction, it's imperative to exercise prudence when evaluating the authenticity of malevolence. The cautionary tales embedded within these red flags act as guideposts, illuminating the presence of a sinister character. Armed with this knowledge, individuals can equip themselves to navigate the complexities of social dynamics with an informed awareness, fostering a community that is both vigilant and compassionate. 1. Lack of empathy. Those with malicious intent frequently exhibit a striking deficiency in empathy, incapable of grasping or acknowledging the emotions of those around them. This emotional void becomes their weapon, granting them the power to exploit and manipulate without a trace of remorse. Their indifference to the anguish or torment they impose upon others is a chilling manifestation of their lack of empathy, creating a space where the well-being of others holds no significance. In this realm of emotional detachment, these individuals navigate the intricate web of human relationships with a cold and calculated precision, utilizing the vulnerabilities of others for their own gain. The absence of empathy becomes a formidable shield, allowing them to engage in actions that would evoke guilt or empathy in most, yet leaving them untouched by the emotional consequences of their deeds. It is in this callous emotional landscape that the true extent of their malevolence emerges, as they exploit the very essence of humanity for their nefarious pursuits. 2. Chronic deception. At the heart of an evil individual lies a pronounced inclination towards deceit, a trait that prominently defines their character. Chronic lying and manipulation become the nefarious tools wielded with finesse, orchestrating a symphony of deception to control and dominate those within their sphere of influence. This intricate web of falsehoods acts as a smokescreen, cleverly concealing their genuine intentions beneath layers of duplicity. The evil individual operates as a puppeteer, skillfully pulling the strings of falsehoods to manipulate perceptions and manipulate others to suit their malevolent agenda. The artful craft of deceit allows them to weave a narrative that aligns with their desires, rendering the truth a mere casualty in their pursuit of power. In this complex dance of deception, trust is shattered, relationships are strained, and the unsuspecting find themselves ensnared in the intricacies of a deceitful labyrinth. The penchant for deceit is the ominous shadow cast by the malevolent, casting doubt and uncertainty on the authenticity of every interaction, leaving a trail of confusion and chaos in its wake. 3. Ruthless ambition. While unbridled ambition propels individuals to chase their goals relentlessly, the transformation of ambition into ruthlessness, devoid of any concern for the welfare of others, serves as a stark indicator of a profoundly malevolent character. Ambition, in its purest form, fosters perseverance, innovation, and achievement. However, when ambition takes a dark turn, individuals may abandon ethical boundaries, trampling upon the well-being of others in their relentless pursuit of success. The transition from ambitious to ruthless unveils a troubling aspect of their character, wherein the ends justify any means, regardless of the collateral damage inflicted upon those in their path. This metamorphosis reflects a moral compass that is skewed, if not entirely absent, as personal gain overrides empathy and ethical considerations. The ominous shadow of ruthlessness eclipses the potential positive impact of ambition, leaving behind a trail of broken relationships and ethical compromises. In this paradigm, the distinction between ambition and malevolence becomes blurred, serving as a cautionary tale of the destructive consequences that unfold when personal success becomes an unforgiving pursuit. 4. Lack of personal responsibility. The art of deflecting blame emerges as a hallmark trait in the arsenal of evil individuals, creating a shield behind which they hide, deflecting responsibility for their actions onto others. This calculated evasion of accountability serves as a powerful tool, enabling them to perpetuate their harmful behavior with a startling lack of remorse or introspection. The evil individual becomes a master manipulator of narratives, skillfully shifting the focus away from their own misdeeds and onto unsuspecting scapegoats. This pattern of deflecting blame not only shields them from the consequences of their actions but also perpetuates a cycle of deception and manipulation. By refusing to acknowledge their own culpability, they ensure that the spotlight remains away from their malevolent intentions, allowing them to operate with impunity. This artful dance of avoidance not only preserves their self-image but also leaves a trail of confusion and injustice in their wake. The avoidance of accountability becomes a powerful enabler, sustaining the sinister behaviors of those unwilling to confront the repercussions of their actions. 5. Enjoyment of others' suffering. The revelry in the anguish of others stands as a blatant marker of an evil disposition, a sinister trait that manifests in various unsettling forms. This sadistic pleasure, akin to a dark symphony, conducts itself through the orchestration of suffering, whether inflicted upon innocent animals or woven into the fabric of emotional torment. The malevolent individual finds gratification in the visceral reactions of pain and distress, creating a disturbing tableau where the suffering of others becomes a source of perverse enjoyment. This warped pleasure can manifest in overt acts of cruelty towards animals, reflecting a profound lack of empathy and compassion. Alternatively, it may take a subtler form, with the individual deriving satisfaction from causing emotional pain, orchestrating scenarios that elicit anguish in those within their grasp. In the shadow of such sadistic inclinations, the true depth of their malevolence unfurls, painting a portrait of a character whose pleasure thrives in the agony of others, leaving a chilling imprint on the human conscience. 6. Lack of remorse. A person devoid of a conscience paints a chilling portrait of moral emptiness, marked by a conspicuous absence of remorse that sets them apart in the spectrum of human behavior. Confronted with the repercussions of their actions, these individuals stand as unyielding pillars of unapologetic defiance, displaying a callous indifference to the impact of their deeds. The absence of remorse, like an eerie silence, echoes through their actions, revealing a profound disconnection from the ethical threads that bind humanity. Even when confronted with the tangible fallout of their choices, the unrepentant demeanor persists, acting as an impenetrable shield against the pangs of guilt that typically accompany wrongdoing. It is in this lack of remorse that the depth of their moral void becomes glaringly apparent, as they navigate the complexities of life with an unsettling detachment from the consequences of their actions. In a world where remorse serves as a compass for moral accountability, the absence of it becomes an unsettling testament to the stark and haunting nature of their conscienceless existence. 7. Pattern of exploitation. The malevolent weave a tapestry of exploitation, crafting a nefarious pattern that tarnishes the very essence of genuine human connections. Their modus operandi involves a systematic exploitation of others, viewing relationships as mere stepping stones toward the fulfillment of their selfish objectives. Whether through the insidious art of manipulation, the coercive tactics of control, or the outright abuse of trust, they orchestrate a symphony of exploitation that resonates through the lives of those unfortunate enough to cross their path. The malevolent see relationships not as mutual bonds but as tools to further their personal gains, a means to an end in their relentless pursuit of power, wealth, or dominance. This exploitation leaves a trail of broken trust, shattered spirits, and fractured connections, as the malevolent navigate the intricate dance of human interaction with a cold and calculated precision. In their warped perspective, relationships are commodities to be exploited, and the collateral damage they leave in their wake is merely the cost of achieving their self-serving objectives. The exploitation of others becomes an integral part of their sinister playbook, darkening the interpersonal landscape with the stain of manipulation and betrayal. 8. Persistent cruelty. The harbingers of malevolence unfurl their dark wings through a repertoire of cruel acts, each one a damning testament to the depths of their sinister nature. Whether manifesting as physical, emotional, or psychological torment, acts of cruelty become the ominous symphony through which their malevolence finds expression. The satisfaction derived from causing harm becomes the twisted melody that plays in the hearts of the wicked, a melody devoid of empathy or remorse. With a chilling sense of purpose, they inflict suffering upon others, reveling in the anguish they evoke, and disturbingly, they may do so repeatedly, seemingly immune to the moral repercussions that plague the conscience of a more empathetic soul. The absence of remorse in the face of their own malevolence accentuates the sinister nature of these individuals, leaving a scar on the fabric of human compassion. In the wake of their cruelty, the profound impact on those subjected to such malevolent acts serves as a stark reminder of the insidious joy derived by the evildoers from the pain they sow. 9. Grandiosity and narcissism. The nefarious often cloak themselves in an exaggerated sense of self-importance, draped in the robes of narcissism and an insatiable thirst for admiration. These traits, akin to a dark aura, serve as prominent markers of their malevolence. Behind the facade of grandiosity lies a labyrinth of deep-seated insecurities, propelling them to belittle and dominate those in their orbit. The inflated self-image becomes both a shield and a weapon, obscuring their vulnerabilities while wielding their perceived superiority to diminish others. This insatiable need for admiration functions as a perpetual hunger, an unquenchable thirst for validation that fuels their manipulative tactics. The intricate dance of domination and belittlement becomes their modus operandi, as they navigate relationships with a calculated precision designed to bolster their fragile self-esteem. Unraveling the layers of their grandiose persona reveals a tapestry of insecurities, intricately woven into the fabric of their malevolent character. In the shadow of their narcissistic tendencies, those around them find themselves caught in a web of emotional manipulation, their own self-worth eclipsed by the looming presence of the evil individual's overbearing ego. 10. Lack of genuine relationships. The malevolent wrestle with the intricacies of cultivating genuine and meaningful connections, their attempts mired in the shallowness of superficiality. Authentic emotional bonds remain elusive as they navigate relationships not through sincerity, but through the art of manipulation. Their connections are like fragile puppet strings, manipulated to suit their whims rather than grounded in the authenticity of shared emotions. The superficiality becomes a breeding ground for isolation, a self-imposed exile from the warmth of genuine human connection. This isolation, far from being a consequence, becomes a facilitator for their malevolent actions. Detached from the empathy that genuine relationships nurture, they operate in a realm where the consequences of their deeds are felt less acutely. The absence of authentic emotional bonds not only shields them from the moral repercussions of their actions but also allows them to exploit others with a chilling detachment. In the haunting silence of their relational void, the malevolent find solace, perpetuating their harmful actions in a cycle of isolation and manipulation that leaves a trail of fractured connections in their wake. Recognizing these 10 major signs can provide valuable insights into whether someone may possess a completely evil nature. It's important to approach such observations with caution and seek professional advice when necessary. Understanding these red flags empowers individuals to protect themselves and others from potential harm, fostering a safer and more compassionate social environment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive more interesting information.